All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Harry's HIIT. Good to have y'all join me for a high intensity interval training today. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. For those of you that are new to this class, this is a high intensity interval training class where I start with a warm-up sequence, which will last about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we do our exercise sequence, which is also lasting only 15, 20 minutes. I know it sounds like it doesn't last that long because you do it. And then you're like, oh my God, it's only 20 minutes that we actually have to do the hard work. But it's good hard work for that 20 minutes. And then we have a cool down. So hopefully we'll be able to get through the class a little bit early today, I hope. Last time I went a little over, so I'm gonna try to make sure that this class is a 1 hour class. A little bit about the HIIT. Today we're doing our 90, 60, 30. So that 90-second round is there to work on your endurance, and that 60-second round is there to also work on your endurance, but to progress you. And then the last round is your power round, trying to get you that 30-second round. So really important that you stick with it when you're doing it. Any of these exercises that you're doing, I highly suggest you just realize that you are the one that sets the pace. At any point in time, you can make it slower, you can make it faster, and that will make it harder for you. So always set your own pace for these exercises. Now, I'm gonna start off with our mobility, our warm-up sequence. You're welcome to just join for that if you're at home, obviously. I have no way of regulating when you decide to stop, but this is a great mobility sequence that it's good for everybody to do every single day. So this beginning portion, if you just watch this section and you're like, hey, I'm gonna take some of those exercises and do those today, great. And I'm gonna try to change it up just a little bit today. All right, so let's start you all off with some neck rolls. Roll out those necks. Change directions. Nice. Aha, I need to push record. Shoulders up. Roll it back around and bring it back forward. Big circles. Oh yeah. Change directions. Feel the shoulders open when you're doing them. Try to keep your elbows as straight as possible. And let's go one shoulder at a time. So we're trying to go and get that 7 and 8 o'clock position in the back to really open up. Change directions. And let's go one arm. Let's reach that arm up to the sky. Keep those ribs rounded in and then reach back around you. Try to keep your elbow as straight as possible when you're doing that. 3, 5 on every single one of these. Change directions. Switch sides. Ooh, how's those shoulders? A little cracky? That's okay. It's okay if your shoulders are cracky. Keep those ribs tucked in as you reach back. Once you get past your ear, then you can rotate and open. Really important to open up those shoulders. Change directions if you haven't already. Now let's go 2 arms. Again, this one's a really easy one to open your ribs up, right? So tuck those ribs in as you open your shoulders. Woo! Feeling that. Change directions. Ooh, how's your shoulders feel? Pretty good, right? So now I'm gonna go and take us down to the ground for our elbows and for our wrists. But actually, even let's continue our shoulders here. So let's start y'all off with some cat and cows. So we're gonna round that thoracic spine and then come up and look up, open up that thoracic spine. What I like to do here is just really push against the ground and really tuck. Opening up your heart, going up and open. Really get both directions open. All right. So now let's try and do some shoulder rolls here. Big circles. How's that shoulder opener for you? Crunchy, yeah? Change directions. Actually, mine's less crunchy than the first one because the first one was a lot more. Now for your elbows, we're going to open up our elbows by doing, so let's start off by bending our elbows out at 90 degrees, then round forward and facing those elbow pits forward. We're going to go in that circle. So big circles, 2, 3. Each time you do it, you should feel your elbow pits stretch and kind of get that rotation. You'll see my elbows rotate forward like that. And change directions. Now, keeping those elbow pits straight forward, bend your elbows back, then rotate around and forward. Yeah? It's a really good one to open up your elbow and open up your wrists. Now, get onto those wrists and lean forward. Now lean to the side. Now go in a circle. That was what I was trying to get you to do the whole time anyway. Big circles here. I've got allergies. Hopefully none of y'all have to suffer through allergy season like I have. I love the flowers, I will say. I love seeing all the flowers out right now. If you guys follow me on IG, you'll see my new IG post inside an almond field, which is pretty fun. Just love seeing all that spring, but spring is mean to me, very mean. You'll notice I start going into a figure 8 pattern with my wrists too. That's totally fine for you to do, or it's fine for you to just keep going in circles. Do you feel your forearms feeling a little more open when you're doing those? Hopefully that you do. Flip your hands so that they're facing forward now, and let's do the same. This is a lot harder to do when you're doing your circles with your hands flipped, but they're so good to just get those wrists warmed up. Change directions if you haven't already. Just really press through. Try to make sure that your hand isn't slipping or turning as you're doing these, and keeping that arm as straight as possible. Now let's unwind ourselves. Go flip to the top of your so that the top of your hands are on the ground. And what I like to do is push my knees against my hands like this, yeah? And then push it out and then open up that as well. You can do a little circle here. Feel that wrist open up. Now coming back right down to the center again, let's just do each individual finger. Let's lift up every single finger and get every single finger warm. Pardon my snottiness. Got these allergies. Ooh, there's a pop. Nice. It's okay to pop your fingers. That's okay. That's just nitrogen releasing from your joints. Not a huge deal. If you notice, like, you'll hear me just pop, pop, pop whenever I'm doing these things. It's totally fine. It's totally okay to go pop, pop, pop. Now let's just kind of come up and give our wrists a little circle here at the top. I'm okay. And then we're going to go, I'm going to be blown out right here. Of course, the sun's super hot right here. We're going to go you're going to go do our circles. And as you do your circles, really focus on isolating each individual finger. I have not gotten rid of this one because I know so many of us are typing at our desk, and I think it is such an important exercise for all of us to do, is to isolate and do our every single digit, making sure that we stretch it out. My sister just came down with a little carpal tunnel. I hope she joins this class so that she just does this exercise. This is all of you people that are out there that might have carpal tunnel. This is so good. That wrist warm up, the finger warm ups. We like to think that our bodies can just go, which is kind of weird because like you wouldn't expect anybody to just go without warming up, but we totally expect our bodies to just go when we want it to go. We have to be gentle to ourselves. Touch your forearms to your thighs as you open up your low back and your hips for this gentle circle. And as your gentle circle feels like you can get more range, go ahead and get a little bit more aggressive with it. Get those big circles. Oh yeah. Change directions. Now, instead of doing leg swings today, I'm going to do a couple different variations of our leg warm-ups today. I know, so fun. One of those variations has just a squat. I just want everyone to squat all the way down. Try to get as deep as you can. Open up those hips, and now let's warm it up. Let's go 10 squats. And then all the way down on that last one and grip the ground. Really try to deepen that squat. Deepen the squat as much as you can. Shift over, grab the ground, and see if you can just lean over to one side, lean over to the other side. Try to keep your heel on the ground. I was not keeping my heel on the ground before. Oh yeah, warm up that body. Let's go into our lunge position right here. Nice lunge, flatten that back, bring that knee down. Reach that toe forward and back up and reach with a rotation. Back to the ground. Reach, pull that toe towards that shin. Grab forward and reach up and rotate open. And then come back into that hamstring stretch. Reach up to the sky. The last one. Rotate open, and let's switch sides. Oh, open up those hips first. Good morning, hips. Okay, now let's alternate between pressing through, pull that toe towards that shin, reach up to the sky and rotate open. Reach. Oh, juicy. Feel your hamstrings open, feel your hips open while you're doing these. Last one. How are those hips? Do they feel open? Feel nice and open right there. Now let's try to get them open this way. We're just gonna go 10 reps here. 1, 2, 3. Woo, hips are open. 4, 5. Ooh, yeah, feeling those hips. 6. Keeping your pelvis squared. It's easy to rotate this way and go this way. I want to keep your pelvis facing towards me, assuming your camera's in front of you, or your phone's in front of you, or your screen. And last one, and let's switch sides. To pull that toe, turn that toe out like so, and then we're gonna, open up those hips. My hips. My hips. So good, so good. You're gonna see this one again in a stretch version of some of these exercises in the cool down section. It's totally fine to do them twice. These are just to kind of get them warm. That's cool. That's all good. And then let's go down to the ground. We're going to do some of these shifts. So all I want you to do is be right here. You don't have to be a perfect 90-90. Open up those hips here, and let's rotate and open. Ooh, yeah. All the way to the other side. I need to put this on I have this on the wrong thing right now. And rotate and open. Ooh, how does that feel? Yeah. If you want to add a little up, you can add a little up like this. Rotate and up. Get up. Just getting a little rolling around here, getting your body ready for a movement. Last one. That felt kind of funny. That was kind of a fun one, hopefully. Sorry, I'm just trying to find some music here. That one was it. Wasn't a very long playlist. Okay, so for our knees today, not that we didn't just do them, I want you to focus on doing your knee circles with one leg at a time. We've done this one, right? We've done this one. Now just try with one. Get that circle. Look down, and as you look down at your feet, watch your knee do a circle around your foot. Yeah? Try to open up those knees. Change directions. Ooh, the other direction's hard, right? Yeah. The other direction, you're like, oh, I'm good at doing one direction, but the other direction's hard. That's okay. Just open it up. As you do them more, you'll get better at them. I forgot about doing isolated knee circles. So important because, you know, what are you doing when you're walking? What are you doing when you're hiking? You're isolating one knee at a time. So this is a really important one too. Those knees work together, but they also work separately. Change directions if you haven't already. It's also a really good Achilles opener doing that. Ankle rolls. That's actually one of my weaknesses, is that my Achilles is quite tight. So I end up not being able to squat as deep as I need to, because I had like when I was a little kid, change directions if you haven't already. When I was a little kid, switch feet, I injured my left ankle getting it stuck in a bicycle spoke. Not great. So I always had a little scar tissue on my left ankle. But in my 20s, I had a skateboarding accident and injured my right ankle. So both ankles have lost their mobility because I had injuries on them, but I need to push them. So now I'm trying to work as an adult to really try to push and open them out. You can actually just, lean into that calf kind of stretch, but really try to push into that Achilles to open up your Achilles. All right, let's do our 4-corner drill and then let's get started. So 4-corner drill, you can either grab your foot or not. You can just reach your leg out like this and point your toe. It's about the balance. It's about holding your arm out or your leg out in front of you to get your body acclimated to single leg exercises. And then we're going to go to the side. Same thing. You can hold your leg or you can just leave your leg out without grabbing your foot. That's totally fine. And then let's grab back behind you into our dancer pose. Really kick that back leg as you reach that arm out in front of you and breathe into that. Breathe. Open up those hips more, and then let's round forward and all the way around. You can either come into our tree pose like this, or you can come into a half lotus. Open up your hips, grab back behind you, and open. Breathe. Yeah. Shake it out. Let's switch sides. Grab the other foot and then let's kick out in front of us. Reach that leg out in front of you. Breathe. You do not have to grab your foot if you do not want to. Bring that back leg back. Reach that arm out in front of you. Reach that arm forward. Kick that back leg. Breathe into it. and bring it all the way back around. You can go to half lotus or you can go into tree pose. Both are totally fine. Unwind yourself, shake it out. Ooh, I gotta get my book. Can you grab my book up there? All right. So for our exercises today, we haven't done this in a while, and I really love doing these. And then yesterday I asked Andrea, I said, hey, which of the animals are the easiest one to do? And she was like, crab, definitely crab. So we are doing our animals for our 30-second round. And in our 30-second round, or sorry, our 90-second round, crab for the 90-second round, go ahead and focus on just lifting your butt up to the sky and walking. You can do forward, you can go side to side, you can go in a circle. You know, whatever works for you. We're gonna just do 90 seconds. Kind of entertain yourself in the crab. Really focusing on just walking around. I don't know what your space is like at home, but it is really nice to make sure that you don't just go front to back. You know, maybe you go front to back and then you go side to side, or you make a circle. All that is totally cool. I just want you to work on having that shoulders open, and your hips are gonna sag down. That's totally fine, but you can keep your hips up a little bit too. Yeah, try to play with it a little bit. That first 90 seconds is there. It's difficult. It's there for you to play. So I want you to play. Exercise number 2 is our side lunge to hip flexion. So just pretty much plain and simple. We know this one. We're side lunge, up and back down, up and back down. Some of you need to go lower to get your glute. That's totally fine. Get down. Just don't lift your heel up on either side. So we're just kind of all the way down. If that's back flat, this is just more my flexibility is. So if you watch me and you're like, oh, I can go farther than that, that's fine. Go farther. Knock yourself out. We're going here, up, freeze, here, up, freeze. Option, if you really want to, is to add a hop. But we are doing this for 90 seconds, so don't gas yourself. Exercise number 3 is our rocker push. Pretty plain and simple here. Elbow pits forward. We just practiced that. Reach back behind you. Open up those shoulders, and then rock forward and push. Of course, option is to come off your knees to do a regular push, but we are doing this for 90 seconds, so it is quite difficult to do 90 seconds of regular pushes.
Are the lunges 90 seconds to each side?
The lunges are 45 seconds. The 90 second rounds are yeah. At 45 seconds, we're going to switch for the lunges. Exercise number 4, we have our front to back lunge. We are going front and then back. Same thing, 90 seconds on the right side, and then we're going to switch sides. Sorry, 45 seconds on the right side, and then 45 seconds on the left side. Coming through. Your options are always to put your hands on your hips. You can be in fighter position, or you can come up right above your head. Now, I have a softer pad that I even tap my knee down onto the ground when I'm doing my lunge. That's totally fine to do. It is obviously more work if you hover over the ground, but part of why I tap the ground is to make sure that I get full range. So try not to bang your knee against the ground if you are tapping. So exercise number 5, we are going to do a squat to twist. So instead of just doing the twist, right, which is this, I decided, oh, you know what? We can make this a little bit easier and / harder by coming down and twist, twist, and come up. Down, twist, twist, and come up. So it's a little burpee-esque, but you're coming up each time, which gives you a little bit of rest time between the twists for that 90-second round. So you're going stand up, nice deep squat, pop back, rotate, rotate, come forward, up. So it's like a mini burpee twist. And then, and if you can't do the twist, you can just do the burpee, or you can not rotate fully. It is actually easier on your shoulders if you just come down right here, right? For those of you that have shoulder issues, you don't have to go full rotate right here with this. Just come right here and then come to the other side, put your butt on the ground, and then come up and all the way up. Okay, our last one, surprise, surprise, is our hang. For the 90-second round, you just hang. I'm not expecting anybody to do anything more than 90-second hang. For those of you that don't have a pull-up bar, feel free to use this time to stretch. Feel free to use this time to do whatever you might need to do. I need to take down the rings for Andrea, so hold on one second. Okay, so we're gonna do 90 seconds. This is our, the good news is about the 90 second, 90, 30, 60 is that you don't even have to, after you do the 90-second round, you don't have to do that exercise again. We switch up the exercises for the 60-second round. So that's probably why I really like this kind of sequence. Here we go. Okay, first one we're gonna do is our crab. And let's just crawl. Have fun with the crawl. Go sideways, go forward. It should be rather difficult to do still. Go front, back. Try to give yourself those mixture of movements. And if you want to push your hips up too, you can push your hips up just a little bit. Obviously giving yourself some. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Obviously giving yourself some wiggle room, because if you're fully like this, it's really difficult. You need to have a little hip bentness, hip bend to make this exercise really work. Woo. And front to back might be where you live. That's totally fine to live in front to back. 30 seconds left. We have a different animal on the next round, which will be a little bit more difficult than the crab. Definitely an easier walk to do. Good work, keep it up. 10 seconds left. Okay, now 10 seconds left. Great. Okay. Now we're going to do our side lunge, and right side first. Really drive through. Get that butt down. Act like there's a chair or a stool right back behind you. You're shooting that butt all the way back. If you're feeling this in your quads, you're not leaning back enough. Very nice, keep it up. Draw that core in nice and tight as you're pushing through. As soon as I move, my core turns on. 10 seconds left on this side, and we're gonna switch sides seamlessly. 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. I've chosen the Chinese prayer, the Kung Fu prayer move for my arm position. Or just regular prayer is fine too. Oh. Press it through. 15 seconds left. You're doing so good. Yeah, push it up. Whew. Rocker push. Sorry, was trying to figure out what it was. It's looking in the wrong place on my book. Keeping those elbow pits forward. Pressing through. 90 seconds, a long time to do those pushes. Make sure you have good form. Elbow pits facing forward. Is your entire body moving with you? Or is it segmented? Do you have this going on with your butt out? Don't do that. Whole body comes down, whole body presses up. Keep that nice core round. Hollow body. Pressing the earth away from you. Twenty 30 seconds rather. Really press through. Push that earth away from you. Keep that endurance up. Putting in the work, guys. Good work. I know it's difficult to put in the work, but showing up weekly to this class and getting your workout on, this is so good. Woo! Front to back lunge coming at you. Right side first. Looking good. Halfway through the 90-second round. Driving through that front heel. Notice how I have a straight torso when I'm doing this. Try to keep that torso as straight as possible. We got 15 seconds. 10 seconds left on this side, and then we're switching. Switching sides, seamless. Drive through those glutes. Whoo, feeling those legs. Quads are feeling it, glutes are feeling it. Pushing it through, hip flexor. Pressing through that front heel. If you come up on your toes on the front, you get less of your glute activation. So whichever foot is in front, drive through that heel, which will drive your glutes to activate. All right, our stand twist, here we go. Kick, kick, take your time. Remember, you set the pace of these. Halfway there. "90-second hang is coming next. "20 seconds left. Set that pace. Last one. All right. 90-second hang. Pack your shoulders in. If you come off, just come off, shake it out, and go right back into it.
Breathe. Pull through your middle back with your traps by locking in your shoulders.
Seconds.
15 seconds, you got it all the way. 5. Almost.
Oh. Whew. Good first round. Good first round. Okay. While your forearms depump, if you want to do your stretches on the ground, you want to do one of these. Really good one. It's for my rock climbing training. Added for, in reality, it is so important for people to be able to hang. It's not a movement that we do in our everyday life anymore. However, if you're ever in a dire situation, being able to pull yourself out of something or hold yourself is always a very handy movement for you to be able to have. You never know when you're going to need to pull yourself out of something. Okay, so 60-second round. We have our monkey, or ape. You can totally have however you want to do this one. You can give yourself a little monkeyness too. So it's pretty much reaching your arms out in front of you, letting your legs pop through. And if you want, you can even kind of kick it up a little higher. That's totally fine. Monkey sounds are kind of fun to do depending on who's around. Since I'm around you, I'll be like, ooh, ah, ah, you know, that's totally fine. Get silly, have a little fun with it. That's the thing I wanted to design with these particular ones. So for exercise number 2, we have our side lunge to skip to the other side. So let's see if I can coordinate this one. Side lunge, skip, side lunge. Actually, sorry. It's side lunge, up, side lunge, skip to the other side. Side lunge, up, side lunge, skip to the other side. The side lunge, skip to the other side without the one in between is for the 30-second round. Okay, for our rocker push, this one, give it a try. See how many rocker pushes you can do with your knees off the ground. So we're coming up, push, and down. Child's pose, knees come off, push. If you do 1, great, no problem. That's totally fine. If you do 2, great as well. As many as you can do with your knees off the ground, and then come right back. Once you start, the second you start seeing your form buckle, or even really before that, if your form starts feeling like, oh, I can't do this, go right back down to your knees. For our front to back lunge round, we have back lunge to single leg RDL. So you're going back lunge and then up. Back lunge and then up. At 30 seconds, I'm going to switch you to the other side. Back lunge, up. Back lunge, up. Yeah, you want this front leg straight. And this leg, you're kind of coming up. Try not to open up your hips when you're doing that. You want your hips square when you're doing the RDL with your knee bent. So it's kind of like a modified RDL, because usually in RDL you have your knee straight. So we have that knee bent just to make it a little bit easier for you. And then for our twist, we're just going to go right down and just do the twist. Do the twist. Coming through, driving through, powering through for that 60 seconds.
which is tough. And then for our pull, we're gonna do our jumping pull for this one, which is 60 seconds, I know, because I'm gonna do a lock off on round 3, and there's no way anyone wants to do a 60-second lock off. So the jumping pull is the way to go here. When you're doing the jumping pull, focus on jumping up. The jump is there to help you get a little bit of a momentum for the pull all the way up to the sky, okay? Just kind of launch up, come down, launch up. If pull-ups are very difficult for you, lower your bar or raise your base. Get something that allows you to jump up. I want you to get up and over your bar and then lower yourself, yeah? All right, that's it. Let's see, who's ready to get monkey? Get your monkey on. Here we go. Monkeying around. Ooh, ah, ah. And if you want to even cartwheel, you can cartwheel. Baby cartwheel. The more you launch your legs, obviously, the harder it is. But set yourself up so that you can keep doing them, because you are doing them for 60 seconds. 25 seconds left. Ah. Woo. Ooh, ah. Oh. 5 seconds. 3, 2. Side lunge. We're going side lunge, up, and then switching sides. Up. Driving it through. Whew. Ah, bad switch on my part. Try to get as deep as you can, especially on that second one. Launch yourself to the other side. Time. Rocker push. Dropping it down. Keeping those elbows hugging into your ribs. That shoulder distance. Pushing it through, driving all the way. Driving it home. Almost there. 12 seconds. Getting ready for those RDLs. Back lunge to RDL. Five seconds. 3, 2, switching sides. should be getting more butt when you do your RDL. Push that heel up to the sky. All right, getting ready for that twist. Here we go. Take your time. This one's a 90-second round. Again, you can totally rest your butt down to the ground and then rotate to the other side and rest. That's totally fine. Looking good. Keep it up. Pressing through. Get that core nice and tight as you're rotating through. I literally feel in my obliques 30 seconds when I'm here and here. "15 seconds. Keep pushing. Almost there. All the way to the end. And time. Whoo! Jumping pulls. Remember, you set the pace that you do. If in 60 seconds you do 5 pull-ups, great. If you do 10, also great. I also put this in so that you could kind of catch your breath a little on this one.
You might be the only one that can catch your breath doing this. 15.
Almost there. You can always hang. Whew. Yeah, guys. Whew. 2 down. Last round. The last round's a 30-second round. I'm gonna take my time explaining it to you. Okay, perfect. All right, so last round, we want to do a bear walk. Bear walk, kind of have a little fun with it. Keep that butt in the air, knees straight. Elbows kind of bend a little bit as you're walking, but pretty much you're moving in down dog and bear. Exercise number 2 is we're switching our lunge. So you're just going from here, lunge, switch to the other side, lunge, switch to the other side, lunge, switch. Yeah, it's really about that quick switch coming through to that lunge, bolt to the other side. For our push, I wanted to do our dive bombs. So in that down dog position, drop through, all the way up and back. Drop through, all the way up and back. So kind of a down dog, up dog transition, chaturanga kind of thing, except I want a kind of a dive when you're doing it, keeping those elbows in, drive through and up, and then come right back up. So that's the dive bomb option. Of course, is go onto your knees and try it. Totally fine to do as well. For our back lunge, we're now doing just the RDL. So 15 seconds here, 15 seconds on the other side. Just reaching back, not with your knee bent, with your knee straight. This mat's hard. Reaching back. And I know 15 seconds is really quick, so we'll just do that. Option if you don't want to do a 15-second switch, we can just do one RDL, switch, 1 RDL. Yeah, you can alternate your legs. A little hard for me, clearly, on that side. For your twists, we have our push kick. So I want to no push, just from here. We're just in our plank position, step, kick. Plank position, step, kick. Okay, really important to get those push kicks. And the last round for our hang is a lock off hang. Try your best. If you have a wall or something, you're just coming up, locking off. So you're in your pull, and when you're in your pull, you're right here. Pack your shoulders down, hold yourself up, and just hold. If you make it 30 seconds, great. If you make it 10 seconds, also great. It's really not about, if you make it, great. If you don't make it, take some time, rest, go back up. You can also go back right into a regular hang. This is your lightning round. It's gonna go quick. Here we go. All right, bear, here we go. Play around. Bear crawl. Keep the shoulders as straight as possible. If you rotate, try to rotate both directions. It's easy to just do one direction of rotation. Whew. Side lunge skip. Here we go. Halfway. Getting ready for those dive bombs. 10 seconds. Dropping it down. Keeping those elbow pits coming in. Twist. Here we go. Oh, you can always hang.
How about RDLs?
Oh yeah, RDL. Thank you. I went straight for it. Sorry. Thanks, Dre. Okay, ready to switch sides. Switch sides. Here we go. Hang. Bam. So good. Good work. Okay. Let's do our core.
Workout reset.
We have some bicycles and what does this say? Can't read my own handwriting. Oh yeah. Okay. So we have bicycles coming through. Really try when you're doing your bicycles. First, don't interlace your fingers back behind your neck. We're going to go just lightly touch them and try to reach to the opposite side. Exercise number 2, your option is to either do a double crunch coming down like this or a V up. Just those 2. All right, here we go. Here we go. Bicycle first. Getting ready for those V-ups or double crunch. Either are fine. Or you can just come up here. Ooh, I'm going to need to do double crunch today. Keep your back as flat as you can when you're coming down. Yeah, those are a doozy. Sit one round out, then we're going again. Oh yeah, feeling that. Give that breath some love, shake it out a little bit. How's your core? Give it a little massage. Yeah, shake it out. Going right back into bicycles. Here we go. Getting ready. Bicycles. 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh. Double crunch, here we go. Getting ready. Don't interlace those fingers. You'll be tempted. Flatten the back. Whew. Shake it out. One more round. Core looks good.
Not, but it will.
Workout reset.
Give that breath some love. Here we go. Last round.
Starting your top of workout.
Here we go. Bicycle. Double crunch.
Whew, good work. All right. Core should be pretty on fire. That's good. And let's go into our lunge. I told you it would come back, and that we know and love this lunge position. Breathe into it. Yeah, give that breath some love. Push that back heel back a little farther. Get a little deeper. Breathe into it. Oh man, that feels good. Okay, bring that back knee down. Flip that back foot. And now let's go into that hamstring stretch. I know my back is not straight. Get that. Dig your hamstring. Keep your knees straight. Pull your toe towards your shin. Really try to get that whole hamstring stretch right here. Breathe into this. Flatten your back as much as you can. Now point your toe. What difference do you feel? Constantly be asking yourself, what do I feel? What do I feel in my body? Shift that weight forward. Grab that back foot. And open up. Breathe into it. Unwind yourself. Switch sides. Open up those hips. Open up your hip flexors. Breathe into it. Press through that back foot. Press through that back heel. Open up those hips. Press and open. Breathe into it. And bring that back knee down. Flip that back foot. Pull that toe towards your shin. Open up. Breathe into it. Give that breath some love. Pull that toe towards that shin. Flatten your back. And then point your toe. Shift that weight forward. Grab that back foot. Open it out. Whoa. Woo, those hip flexors are tight today. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Open that up. Coming onto your knees. Told you it would come back too. Oh, just open up those hips right here. As far as you can go. Ooh, my hips do not like this. This is my substitute for that frog. You no need to pump here. Just get nice and deep. Breathe into it. Press through. Keeping your hips square. Don't try to rotate here. Pressing through. Oh man, those hips. Good morning, hips. And switch sides. Open it up. Oh. Hi, good morning. Stuff. Breathe into it.
This side. The side that's on the ground is the side that you feel more. Oh, you feel it in both, to be completely honest. But the side that's on the ground, you feel it a lot more. All right, let's do our stretch on the block. If you have a block, or you can just go into child's pose. That's totally fine too. Reaching those arms out in front of you. Thumbs up. Alexa, pause. Reach that arm out in front of you. Press through. Elbows nice and straight. Tuck those ribs in. Oh, yeah. There it is. Really drive through. And now relax into it. Get the whole shoulder open now. Oh, yeah. Keep those elbows straight and unwind yourself. Let's do our thread the needle real quick. Cross through and press. Oh my God. Oh, so good. I keep forgetting to do this one in the last classes, so I want to make sure I got it this one. Oh yeah, get between those shoulder blades. Press. Really take this top arm and push. Reach this arm forward, and you're getting between your shoulder blades. And let's switch sides. Oh, press. Get between the shoulder blades. Oh boy. Whoo, who feels that? Oh my God. Lie on your belly. Arms bent at 90 degrees. Press through. Reach back. Open up those hips. Open up your shoulders. Really push. Let gravity take you here. That's the beauty of this exercise. Gravity will just take you all the way back, and your chest will feel open. Switching sides. Oh, yeah. Unwind yourself. Come all the way back around. Grab your knees. Give yourself some circles. Let's bring one knee to your chest. Give your ankles a wiggle. And then rotate to the other side. Open it up. Oh, yeah. Try to keep your shoulder on the ground when you do this. And let's switch sides. Bringing in ankle rolls. And then let's rotate to the other side. Oh, yeah, there's the back crack. Keep your shoulders on the ground. Your knee doesn't have to touch the ground. It just needs to go to the other side. If it touches the ground and you can get your shoulder, great. You have good flexibility here. Okay. Lie on your backs. Melt into the ground. Palms facing up. Slow your breath down. Feel like you can almost fall asleep. Last big deep breath. Inflate your lungs all the way. And exhale. All the air out.
Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Shake it out, breathe. Thanks for joining class, guys. Really appreciate you guys coming. Next week, I will not be here. I'm sorry. Joshua Tree is calling to me. I have a new DMM number 6, which you might have seen on my Instagram stories, that I'm aching to shove into a rock. So I will not be here next week. I'm taking the week off, doing double work this week to try to get everything done. But the following week, I will be back on Thursday. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know which exercises you liked in the class, which stretch you liked in the class. That's really helpful for me. If you are using this class, after the fact, great. Like, that's why I post them up. I hope these have been a useful tool to keep people in shape. It has really helped me stay in shape and stay in climbing shape. So hopefully I can pass off this knowledge and love to you guys. And you're using this, so it's really helpful for me to know that. So if you are using this class and you find that this class is helpful for you, leave me a comment, drop me a direct message, or really smash that like button. That really helps me get better ratings on YouTube. And then leave a comment and say, I love your class, or you suck. Hopefully you don't say you suck, really. If you say you suck, I will take it as a joke, because I think that's funny. I definitely have some hater troll people that I've encountered in my day on the internet, as we all have. So hopefully you're not one of them. But I hope you've enjoyed the class, and I will see you all in 2 weeks.